Each of the cameras cost roughly $4,000, but the infrastructure and the installation, he says, is where it gets expensive.
She saw everything, all the damage, the explosion happening. She says that she's so thankful her life was spared.
You stop for your lunch break and go into a place like, let's say, Dunkin' for just 5 minutes. But you come out with one coffee and a ticket that costs just as much as 10 coffees. So we went to his house. No answer.
Me, Mr. Holt. Mr. Holt, can you tell me what your reaction is to the sentencing today?
It was exactly what I expected it would be.
Shannon Keeler's case made national headlines. A rape confession sitting undiscovered in her Facebook messages.
Other than people just, as we were running by, saying, the car's there, the crime scene's up there.
We spoke with some people who live in this retirement home here just feet away from where the plane crashed.
He did mention to us that everything kind of has been passed on, if you will, to Lancaster County CYS.
Steelton police confirmed that the assault and robbery happened at this meetup spot along River Alley. But what first caught our attention was Raven Truitt's TikTok, asking for the local community to help her mom, who had come from Connecticut in hopes of keeping her passion alive. We're in Gabriel's in Susquehanna Township. You can see they're still working away here, luckily, but they have been dealing with some issues here. They tell me that they sometimes get discolored water one day and then the next comes out clear just like this.
Customers come here to do their laundry because their washers at home are creating the stains, not cleaning them.
They woke up to a text from their property manager about a car inside their building. You can see the damage that's left days later.
An outpouring of love here at the Embryville State Police Barracks after one of their own was shot and killed.
EMS officials were called to a crash this morning. Officials say the accident happened around 6:30 in West Hempfield Township. How hard is it to not only prepare, but also keep up with a storm like this? There's a bipartisan push to crack down on congressional stock trading, but not everyone's on board. Take a look at this. Took this picture in Salem. That shadow right there wasn't there when you looked at it. Littlestown Community Park in Adams County is banning bikes, scooters, skateboards on the playground, walking trail, and ball courts. This holiday season, while many are home with family, thousands of first responders are still working tonight, taking calls to make sure our communities, our families are safe.
It's a quick and hitting noise, I heard. Shouldn't come this close.
A scary moment for Jinju Mihen, who says she was inside her boutique when the car came crashing.
Still, yellow sign was down, and I was checking first anyone get hurt, and no one got hurt. What I heard is lucky, that's good, that's good.
York City police say the driver passed out, and that's when the passenger grabbed the wheel, veering the car away from oncoming traffic coming down a one-way road. And Mihen says this isn't the first time someone and their car have done that and landed on her property because of it.
It happened a few times, so I kind of immune to.
In fact, it's not even the second, third, or fourth time.
I know I have to do damage that I have to repair. Either I have to pay my pocket to repair.
I think it's the fact that it's an odd configured intersection that can confuse people as to whether they need to can go straight or have to make a turn.
And that's where PennDOT steps in.
Upgrading the signals so that there's more awareness, more visibility of the situation there, improved signage, improved pavement markings, just making that intersection more visible so people are aware of the movements that they need to make.
I love this place, so I really hope they can fix it so this not happens easily.
I was putting the tent down and I heard just a horn, just repeatedly, just.
It didn't really sound like an accident, but it sounded like something big happened, and then we heard some screamings.
A peaceful weekend filled with fun family events ending in chaos last night. Vendors, festival goers, and bystanders alike sent into a panic after a driver got around the barriers at Forster Street, plowing through crowds of people at Capona Festival. 3 people were injured, including a woman in a wheelchair, a city worker, and a 6-year-old, who the city says is currently fighting for his life in the hospital.
I couldn't imagine if that was my kid. I can't imagine what the dad's going through, what the rest of the family's going through. That's a nightmare situation you never want to be in.
For business owners like Amber Luster of Retzel Winery, this Capona Festival was her first as a vendor and possibly her last.
I couldn't wait to come back next year, and now I'm just like, I really don't know now. That was just very traumatic. In past years, I've heard, other things that have happened.
Security was increased this year, and after a year break, fireworks returned Sunday night with no issues.
During the fireworks even, they had a SWAT team. Why couldn't they have that every weekend during shutdowns?
I'll still go back. I mean, it's, like I said, the city ran a really good event. There are a couple questions that I have that I want to get answered about some things. I think they planned for a lot of the scenarios that they could have thought of.
The city communications director tells me today the incident was, quote, not the fault of the event or its coordinators, and that it will not affect future events. Writing, quote, we had the proper safety measures, barriers, and personnel in place. The woman should not have been operating a motor vehicle, period. But some vendors question whether the barriers were part of the problem.
They weren't filled at all on the side streets, so now I'm like, did they have the ones at the front filled? Like, was that a problem that could have been prevented?
I think for the future, if they are going to keep having this Capona Festival, that maybe they should be cement.
If your child is downtown after 11 p.m., without you, there will be consequences.
The message might have been clear, but the time is not. A 2006 ordinance listed on the city's website and later amended in 2007 states that the curfew is 10 p.m. on school nights and midnight on the weekends, not 11. And these signs say 9 p.m. So which is it?
And I'm assuming that if she said 11, there's some kind of research behind it that the mandate would be 11. There should be some consistency.
If someone's out at 10, say, and they're like, the mayor said I could be out till 11, but then the sign says 9, and then they get in trouble, or it just causes a bunch of unneeded commotion.
The city's communications director told us the signs and the ordinances posted online were old and incorrect, and that she was working to get them changed. However, City Councilman Lamont Jones said they were newly created, and Street View images of 2nd Street from Google Maps taken in 2023 shows no signs at all.
I didn't notice them until you pointed them out, but now I see them everywhere.
It would be nice to have a government when they say something that's what it is. I mean, if you take the mayor for her word, that's what it should be. There shouldn't be a kind of like hiding behind the camera and saying one thing and then pen and paper is something completely different.